Can you see me? Welcome. I'm walking around in the Old Redham Park in Bermuda. This is located in Devonshire Parish, near the National Stadium in Bermuda. So I came here to give you a little different change of scenery. Looks like a little golf course here, but it's a nice big park. People come to exercise and all that, and do things like that. But I'm recording my video right now, so I'm taking a little walk, recording it, And today I'm going to talk about what's the definition of blogging. People have different definitions of blogging. Like a blog's where you host content and you share your ideas, you share videos, slideshow, images, different things like that. So people have a different way of using it, but it's different ways of using a blog so that you could benefit. You could use it as a form of entertainment. You could use it to educate. You could use it to inspire. Content is not defined to one formation. Content takes on many different forms. So you gotta keep that in mind. You don't want to get caught up into thinking that content is just educational, because it takes away from the fun of it. And I used to think like that when I first started blogging, that it was just about education. But it could be humor. It could be breaking news, It could be even about you sharing about politics and all that, religion. So people pick different subjects, and some people choose subjects because they're passionate about them. And some people might choose subjects because they have this idea or concept that they could make money from it. But that's a whole nother topic. I touched on that briefly the other day. But it's up to you to define what blogging is, right? Whichever way you're disseminating, what I mean by disseminating, whatever way you're using to share information, that's blogging. Whether it be by video, podcast, it's still a form of blogging. It may not be written, but it could be video. And it could be voiceover, voice recording, podcasts, and things like that. So there's a different ways of sharing content, but it's about you finding your medium and what you want to do, what makes you happy, thinking about what's useful. So what's your definition of what type of information is useful? Is it valuable? Is it adding value to the community? That's basically what it's about. It's about adding value overall. That's a simple way to look at it. When you're writing, it's like adding value to somebody's life or making the changes that are needed. With that, it could be music, it could be sports, it could be comedy. So, but you have to find your medium. You have to find what's valuable, what's profitable, and you have to also look at like what you're passionate about. Now, you don't want to just pick what you're passionate about if it ain't going to be valuable and profitable, because you want to benefit from your time and effort and energy into doing these things. You get my point? It says, it's got to be about your time and effort and energy into doing these things. And that's what I think about. I started back 3-4 years ago when I first started writing content. And, I used to choose random topics. I wasn't too focused on a specific niche. Nothing like that. I would blog, I'd choose a topic, what comes to mind, and I'll write that. And what was so funny, I used to stuff my pages with keywords, so my content wouldn't flow natural. But somehow I was ranking on the first page of Google. And I spoke about this recently before. I believe it's in another YouTube video or one of my older blog posts. But I'm coming now, I'm learning to share information that's valuable. I don't niche down. Nah, mind you, I do study SEO because I want to become more knowledgeable about that, so I can share my expertise about that. And plus, that'll be a big asset to me. So that's why I'm learning and drilling down on that. But I would talk about subjects like leadership, startups, like businesses, investing, WordPress blog. So I'm more of like, I'm not a specialist, but I'm a generalist. But I don't talk about what I'm not passionate about. And what it's not, I have to what I'm not knowledgeable of or passionate about, I don't talk about. So I leave that to other people. Like Bitcoin's real popular. Every time and then I'll read something on Bitcoin, but that's not something that I want to study and read and start sharing information about. I do share it from other people's blog posts, but I don't actually write about it on my site. So what I'm sharing with you just now is just my definition, and everybody else has their definition of it. So there's no exact definition of it because we use different ways of communicating. You know, you could say, for example, radio, it reaches out to people, even though they're losing the market share to social media, digital marketing, but that's a form of communication. So if you ask me, any form of communication is information. If you ask me, that's blogging. Any form of communication. So that's one of the ways to look at it and keep it simplified. But what you don't want to do is reaching on different topics that you have no knowledge about. So, but you have the right to define. Nobody could define for you what that is. That's up for you to define. Remember that. Okay? And another thing I want you to remember is that on the internet, there's millions and millions and millions of blogs because people are competing. You see all different information coming in. You know, I could put out a piece of content and then somebody else come out, put out something more advanced or something sharing different views from mine. And that's how it goes. So people, that's why I'm going to tell you, people have different meanings of what blogging really is. My site, your site, we could write about the same subject, but have a totally different meaning. Totally different meaning. Totally different ideals and a totally different way of achieving our results. So you got people searching Google for sites to read up on information, and that's how I learned on Google. Thanks for the lots of information that is available on there today. I'm able to pick up on different advice and learn. I learned on search, Google, YouTube. That's where I learned. Internet University. I call it Internet University. Okay? And I listen to my radio. That's my form of communication, another form of communication that I listen to. I listen to that, but I'm more on social media, right? Radio is not as popular as social media, or still has its use, but this is the way the world's shifting on social media, right? And some people communicate to you by TV, okay? So just about you keeping it simple, keep things simplified. And remember, you have to find an area that you're knowledgeable about. If you're not knowledgeable about it, make sure it's profitable and beneficial and learn about it. And start sharing what you know, because you don't have to know everything in order for you to make headway when you blog. You just got to have the desire to learn and the discipline so that you could identify what's good for you. You take the good. It's like taking sand and sifting it. Take the good, throw away the bad. You only need what's good for you. And that's my opinion. You know what I mean? Now, some of these things I'm sharing with you are based on my experience. Other things that I'm sharing with you about this topic is based on logical opinions. And when I say logical opinions, I'm not making no wild accusations. You know, it's things that I'm actually seeing. Not everything that I'm actually wrote about or done, but it's things that I'm seeing to a degree and experience it to a certain degree without actually writing about it. So that's why I'm saying they're not actually wild accusations. These are things that have some awareness of. I may not know everything, I don't know everything, and I'm not trying to. Hence why I'm out there putting on this video for you, so I could elevate you, because that's what it's about, elevating the next person. This is my definition of it, of writing, blogging. It's elevating. Some people educate, like I said, some people inspire, some people entertain. right? And then you got some people that are very humorous. So you have to take all that, add it into the equation, put it in the pot, boil it up, see what's let the pot simmer down and see what you come up with. But you have to find your sweet spot. All right, have a great day. I'm glad to be bringing this message to you today. Pow.